Exactly. Cool. Got it. So, hey everybody.
Hi, everyone. We're back here again this week after another fantastic session, diving deep into the layers that we have underneath the surface. So
Yeah.
awesome.
We were talking about our word and living in the integrity of our word, which I think it's a pretty tricky topic for most people, really, wouldn't you say? Like, there's kind of three aspects of word that we talked about. The first one is, I guess in situations where it's, not jumping on someone's bandwagon of negativity when somebody starts bad mouthing somebody else, jumping in there with them, kind of just, letting that pass by and you not being a contributor with negativity in the way you use your word. That was one. Uh, Second one is
Your word with yourself.
right, word with yourself. Well, actually, we'll do word with others first and then we'll finish with word with yourself.
True. Yes, true, true.
So,
It's
word
so big,
with
it was just in my mind, like how big that ended up being. So,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly, exactly. So a word with others. So when our actions and our when our word and our actions are the same thing, it means that like if somebody, if you say something to somebody and then you do it, they can trust that you are somebody who is in like living in integrity. They don't have to guess what you're going to do. It's nothing worse than feeling distrustful because somebody says, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, and then they don't. Because then you don't trust that they're going to do what they say. And that's what we're talking about as far as being integrity, living in integrity when it comes to other people. And then there's your word with yourself, as Kristie was just saying. And this
Mm.
is the most important one of all. It was interesting. It took us on a few twists and turns, hey?
It absolutely did. Sometimes what we notice is when we are really being impeccable with our word is can be really easy to find. And then there are times when we're not being impeccable with our word, when we actually sit back and reflect, it, it can be a bit confronting. So there's a part of us that almost resists going to that place. And, for different people that were within the group today, some found it easier to go straight to the ones where they are impeccable, and some found it easier to go to the layers and the situations where they weren't impeccable with their words. So it's then unpacking the layers that are present in that moment. And any given time, it's going to change. The next time we did this session, the same people could be in reverse because of the things that are happening within their environment at the time. So it's such an evolution or evolving process when we dive deeper into ourselves and then having that ability to not judge ourselves or others when they're not maybe being as impeccable with their word as you would like or you are for yourself. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was big. My mind is kind of blown.
Yeah, like yeah, we kind of went into pretty deep into it. But
Yeah.
I love the saying that it really aligns with being impeccable with our own word to ourselves. And it is that when our beliefs and our actions are not aligned, that it's impossible to be happy. Like if you believe something and then you don't behave in that way, take the action towards it, keep looking at it and keep telling yourself the should haves, like you were just saying, and then you begin to doubt or judge, but like, I believe this, but I'm doing this, it's like being ripped apart into two different directions. And people
Mm,
talk about alignment. It's impossible to do that. Therefore, it's impossible to be happy, to feel, to feel good.
mm,
And unfortunately, a lot of people make that mistake where they do say one thing and do another. And dishonest people, unfortunately, probably don't feel that good about themselves, you know, but they do it through a need at the time, whatever the case might be. So, just having, you know, understanding what our beliefs are and how to create new beliefs, which we just spent a bit of time on as well, which we won't go into now, helps us to always be, have that word with ourselves and be in our integrity.
yeah, definitely. And I think too, when we actually take the time to face that, where we're getting pulled apart, or, others might use the word internal conflict is going on because one part of you believes it, you're not actioning it. Um, then the part about that we unpack today a little bit is then how does that how do I then show up in the world around me? Like, how does that impact others? So when I'm cranky at myself for not, not doing the thing that I actually believe I should be doing, then we project. We do all these behaviors that we then don't like and don't like. So then creates a bit of a vicious cycle. But what's so powerful is that we always have a choice to look at ourselves deeper, but it's a bit confronting at times. And the more time we waste not looking at ourselves deeply, then the more time we take to get where we want to be.
Yeah, it comes back down to just that level of awareness, doesn't it? Honestly, I mean, half of the work we do, as we mentioned, is just to gain awareness, because again, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And it may take years before something is actually done about it, but the fact that it's now been, brought into your awareness means that the journey has begun. The rectification, the pivot, the change of course, the creation of something new has started just because now you can see it for what it is. Yeah, interesting. Hey,
yeah, beautiful
we
dance
covered
that we
a lot.
try and do. We did cover a lot, but like always, it's always so powerful, and there's always emotions that come up in these sessions, and each time we're just unpacking another layer that we can actually then deal with, and the power that comes with that is then we can make the decisions and the action steps and the strategies to move through that. And that's when your accountability for self and all the things that you actually want to be can start to happen, because we're not judging, we're not wishing, we're not hoping, we're totally within our power to do what we want to do to create those steps forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now I want to bring something up here, because we've got the next event coming up on Saturday the 14th, Sydney time. So in the morning, Saturday the 14th. So it'll be Friday evening for, I guess, our European and American friends. But we also talked a fair bit about productivity, and when you look at the list of things, or when you have this project you want to do, or whatever it is, this goal you want to achieve, and you keep looking at it, keep thinking about it, but don't do anything about it, or don't do enough about it, or feel like you're not doing enough about it. And the trap that can create, and how we feel a little bit stuck with it, or we get a little bit overwhelmed by the size of it. And we talked about some of the strategies that we can deploy to help us just continuously move towards it. And we talked a little bit about this in one of the other lives that we did a while back. So I guess I just want to call it out for anybody here who's interested in coming along. We're going to be putting some details and some posts about that session that we're going to run Saturday the 14th of May, Friday evening the 13th, Friday the 13th. Didn't think about that.
No, we didn't.
No, you know what? We're just going
to. That could be powerful.
We're changing it. We're changing it. We're making it awesome.
Yes.
So if you're not out, doing scary stuff, come and join us for that session. It'll be really cool, and we'll put some more details about what's going to be involved here in the group. Is there anything else you wanted to add there, Kristie?
No, that's 100% all bang on there. And for those people that are looking at what we've just spoken about, where you want to dive a little bit deeper, where you want to move through the procrastination, or the time that you're feeling like it's taking, it's time management, all those things where you want to create a little bit more productivity in your life, then definitely it's going to be great to jump on, and we'll go through some tools and strategies to help you with that for sure.
Literally game-changing stuff. That means that instead of looking at it anymore, you will continuously make progress with literally like hardly any time invested whatsoever. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then come and join us there, and we'll see you guys all soon.
Fantastic. Awesome. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.